Hey everybody out there, Chris here, and welcome back to another weekly comic book haul. And last week was a monster of a haul, let's face it. There was tons of stuff, and I'm still shooting a bunch of reviews from that stuff. We got a bunch of other stuff, a little bit of other stuff here, not a bunch, I don't want to say too much. It's not a monster haul this week, but we got a fair amount of stuff, and we've also got a couple of things that we're looking into coming up and coming out in the coming weeks. News first. Any news? Well, other than all the stuff from last haul being reviewed, I did do Killer Croc this week, guys, so if you want to check that out, it's on Comic Frontline already. We actually got some blind boxes and some blind stuff that will be going up next week also. If you are in the realm of Pokemon fans, Kat already did a Pokemon card opening on Comic Frontline, and I'm not going to spoil too much for Mike and I, but there's actually another box coming tomorrow for us that involves Pokemon, so that's stuff to look forward to in the coming weeks if you haven't already found out on Comic Frontline. So other than that, let's get into the books this week. Fair amount of books this week. You guys are going to notice there is no Superman Batman Annual. I was tricked. When I bought the book, I was under the impression that it wasn't by Jay Lee, because if you remember the cover or the advertisement we saw, it was not Jay Lee's art. Book came today. Guess who's the cover artist? Jay Lee. So I'm not going to be reviewing that book. It's not that I'm under protest. Like I said, the guy's a good artist. iVampire, a Vertigo book, anything that isn't Superman related, I'm fine with. But it does not fit a Superman or Batman Superman book. So anyway, little man's in the background. Let's get into the books from this week. Mike's are on top because Mike was reading them while I was at work. Green Arrow 29. Phantom Stranger 17. The Punisher, issue number 3. I like these covers that they're doing. Mike's actually taking a delve into Magneto number 1. We got the Scotty Young variant, in case Mike doesn't like it. Night of the Living Deadpool, issue number 4, which is the final issue for me. Earth 2, issue 21. Mike's Loki, Agent of Asgard, issue 2. Mega Man, issue number 34. Is this the variant or the regular one? This is the regular one. Save these because there's another one somewhere in there. Hinterkind, issue number 6. Detective Comics 29. That's mine. Stop reaching. Action 29. Batwing 29. Forever Evil, issue number 6, which I would love to thank one of my wonderful commenters who actually gave me a few spoilers before I even got a chance to read the book. Well, you know who you are because you're not under my comments anymore. Now you have to pen approval. Forever Evil Arkham War, issue number 6 of 6. This is the final issue. This is going to end in a one-shot, though, next month. Green Lantern 29. I got Moon Knight, the Scotty Young variant, because I like this cover better than the regular cover. I think this was really nice. They should make a Scotty Young figure of that, and I would buy it. New Warriors, issue number 2. Nova, issue number 14. We've got Swamp Thing, issue 29. And gee, we just ended Wolverine and the X-Men, and here's volume 2, issue number 1. Now we go into these books, which I'm looking forward to. We have, this didn't come out this Wednesday, it came out last month. Issue number 2 comes out next week. Ascension from Zenoscope, issue number 1. That's mine. Grim Fairy Tales, issue 95. And Tales of Oz, issue number 3, which that's Michael's. Now the only thing is he's missing issue 1 and 2, so hopefully he'll catch into that. So that's the books. Now we got some other stuff. I'm not going to tell you guys what's in this, but you can check it out if you'd like. We are going to be doing a review on this. Mike is actually. I already put the stuff together. It's a Mega Bloks Halo, what is it called? The Fleet, special kind of Fleet set. And it's a not three packet. There's 3 separate ones. There's the red helmet, which I'm not telling you what's in it. You'll see on the review. The silver helmet. And the green helmet. Now, with one of those sets, we were actually missing some stuff. So you're going to see when we do the review what we were missing. And then I got this white box. And in this white box, we have Ghostbusters. I have to say, I ordered from, this is the first time I've ever ordered from Matty Collector instead of Mattel.com. Matty Collector is awesome. First of all, I was wondering because my package was taking a couple of extra days. I wrote them wondering, inquiring about my package. They wrote me right back. Wonderful people, and the way they treat their figures. This is the first time I've ever gotten, and it does say adult collector, but I mean, this is the first time I ever got a figure that was actually in a box specifically for that figure, minus when I buy a set of figures where they all come in the brown box. But this is the first time a single issue figure has its own personalized box. And tissue paper on the top. And what I got is the Ghostbusters Peter Venkman figure. And it's from Matty Collector, MattyCollector.com. They have Peter Venkman still, and they have Ray. Anybody else is already sold out on Matty Collector, but you can check it out on Amazon if you like. This figure, as well as the Ray figure, if it's still on MattyCollector.com, are both $25 each. On Amazon, they range from $25 to $100. I think Winston was $134 the last time I checked. Yeah, so you can tell which Ghostbuster I'm never buying for $134. But I like Peter Venkman. I love that he's the first figure that not only supports or sports a base, but he also has the proton stream. This is the first figure that had that. There is a Ray figure that does have the proton stream as well. That figure is Marshmallow, the one where it's like the marshmallow, I don't want to say damaged, but the marshmallow covered Ray. And I didn't want to do that. But I do notice that there's an extra proton beam in here, so I should have bought that other Ray figure, and I could have stuck that on there. But, oh well. So, this is Peter Venkman. Maybe at in some future date I'll get Ray. I would love to get Egon at some point as well. So I'm going to stick him back in the box for review purposes. I don't need that anymore. It was just for the taking it out. Sticking it in. So look forward to a review of Peter Venkman's figure. Possibly next week, maybe the week after, depending on which figures I'm going to record all my reviews of all the figures that we got thus far, and then I'll just sporadically put them up on Comic Frontline. Not all at the same time, of course, guys. I don't want to overcrowd the figure reviews. I want to space it out enough so this way I can buy some more different new figures and new toys to review. This way, I'll have stuff continuing forward instead of just like a whole group of videos, take a long wait, and then another huge group of videos. Let's go into the comments, starting with last week's Monster Haul. Nick, another great haul. Chris, wow, that was big. First of all, I did comment on 225. I did not see it, so let's go back to 225 really quick to see. Yep, now it's there. I'm going right to your questions, Nick. First, do you think that Flora is now being drawn like the actress who played in Man of Steel? Absolutely. Second, did you notice that the cover of Secret Avengers Volume 2, Number 1, that Black Widow kind of looked like she was drawn like Scarlett Johansson? Yes. Third, do you think that the reason for Marvel restarting Series Number 1 a lot is because of the sales figures that the first Number 1 releases for DC Comics went... because of the way DC's number ones went. Yes and no. I believe Marvel believes that if it's a number one, a lot more people are going to buy it. But also they're doing it. They've already admitted they're doing it to not intimidate new readers with their numbers, like issue number 80-something, which I think is ridiculous. Fourth, do you like anything about the crossovers, Infinite Crisis, Identity Crisis, Final Crisis, Zero Hour? All of those I've read, and I love Zero Hour. I am missing a few issues from like character-specific Zero Hours, like series-specific Zero Hours. But I would like to get the trade paperback of that at some point. I enjoyed most of the crossovers you said, but I've read them all. I've only enjoyed a few, though. Alright, going back now to the haul video. First question on the haul. Chris, would you ever try to do your own DVD review show? No. That's strictly for Michael. Would I review a movie now and again? Absolutely. Would I do a whole series on it? Absolutely not. I don't have time to watch every single DVD I have and then review it. Second, and Mike reviewed most of the ones I've already watched. Second, do you remember an issue of Smallville Alien where the New 52 Superman showed up? In all the Smallville books, the New 52 Superman costume's in. Okay. Third, have you thought of doing a video of what movies you are looking forward to see this year? No, not really. Fourth, in what way would you think that DC could bring back Connor Kent's Superboy? I have no clue at this point. Maybe if they reboot their entire universe again and fix everything. Spice Nug, cool Batman origin stuff you got there, Chris. And those turtles that you got are nice. The ones I got for Tommy. I quite liked Tomb Raiders and thought it was a good start to the series, personally. Oh, and as for Kurt Busiek, I know he did Avengers back in the day, if that helps. Quick little question this week for you and Mike. What would be your superhero names? What would our superhero names be? If you check out Brooklyn Boys 13 and you go over to a series that we call Epic Story, you'll see us actually in that series playing we act out a series involving heroes and villains, so you can find out the names there. It's Frank. I enjoy watching your videos. You got cool Batman toys. I have a question for you and Mike. Is there any cartoon series that you would like to see being made into a comic book? There are a few cartoon series I would love to see made into a comic book.
I like to see Tom and Jerry. As like a
Tom and Jerry would be an interesting cartoon straight to gone comic. What other? Most cartoons that I like are already in comic. Maybe Angry Beavers again. Angry Beavers, All Real Monsters, like the old Nickelodeon shows that they don't do anymore. I like Angry Beavers, All Real Monsters. Maybe Hey Arnold. That would be cool because IDW, because IDW got the Cartoon Network. What do you call it? Copy the rights to their series. It'd be cool if IDW also grabbed some series from Nickelodeon and they had like this big Cartoon Network. Oh my God, I got the best. I don't care, IDW, you could take this idea. You could do Cartoon Network world versus the Nickelodeon world, making an Infinite Crisis on Cartoon World or something. That would be awesome to see, like Angry Beavers and all the Nickelodeon characters working together, and it's like Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon, like DC versus Marvel. That would be a really interesting concept. Actually. There is your crossover for next year, IDW. I would love to see that happen. And then Kat said Tommy's going to love those TMNT stuffed animals when he gets older. Absolutely. Now we're going into the Indie Review, episode number 21. Nick, first, what do you think of the Power Rangers Super Mega Force? So far, I'm going to be honest with you, Nick. I've watched almost every single episode of the Gokaiger series. That's the Pirate Rangers in Japan. That was about 3 years ago. Super Mega Force doesn't even hold a candle to Gokaiger. I wish that Saban would have followed the path sort of new Rangers, a new series, and actually worked off of the pirate aspect of the Gokaiger Power Rangers. I'm not really feeling the Super Mega Force, but I'll probably end up watching it through anyway just to see, of course, we're doing the Power Rangers from Mighty Morphin all the way through to Super Mega Force, so at some point we are going to reach Super Mega Force anyway. So I'm watching it, but I'm watching it and I'm remembering the Gokaiger episodes more than I'm remembering the Super Mega Force ones. I'm just like ignoring all the nonsense that's in between. Second, what would happen if the Ghostbusters and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles teamed up? That would be an interesting book. Let's see that happen, IDW. Third, what do you think of the recent trailer for Transformers: Age of Extinction? We're not watching the movie series. Fourth, do you think that what is going on in Power Rangers Super Mega Force could be a topic for the next live show? It'll probably come up possibly at some point. And we're in this week or last week's comic review now. Nick, first, for both of you, what is your favorite slasher movie series? I watched Friday the 13th. Mostly.
Like scary movies?
Yeah, slasher, like murder and whatnot.
I guess the Jason Voorhees.
That's Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, yeah.
Yeah, and he said mine is Friday the 13th. Second, are you looking forward to Jeff Johns going on to Superman? Yes, but I'm not looking forward to John Romita Jr.'s artwork. So it's a bittersweet thing to see Jeff Johns finally writing for Superman. However, the artwork is definitely not something I like. I'm not a fan of John Romita Jr. As a matter of fact, I dropped Avengers because of his artwork. I'm not a fan. Third, what current series besides Superboy would you like to see end soon? Gee, that's a good question. Well, Teen Titans is ending. Superboy isn't ending. Superboy's ending? Oh, other than Superboy. That's a good question. I can't answer you that at this time. I really would have to sit down and think about it. I couldn't answer you right now. I have to think about that. Fourth, what do you think Deathstroke, Suicide Squad, and some of the members of the Justice League of America will do after Forever Evil? Suicide Squad will separate, and maybe we'll get a Sinister Six book at some point. Deathstroke, who knows? And some of the members of the Justice League of America, they'll probably end up splitting up between Justice League United, and maybe even Justice League Dark. Who knows? And then Nick continues questions. First, I'm with you that restating series to number 1 is a dumb idea. Second, where did Corsair and Hipzibah come from? No idea. Last time I checked, Corsair was killed by Sun Vulcan in Uncanny X-Men. See, I don't read Uncanny, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I have no clue, Nick. Then we got John says, that's a sharp haircut, Chris. Great review. Thanks, John. And then Kat said, even though this is the regular comic review, I do want to recommend Starlight. Good recommendation. We actually have that in our digital list. That was a great book this week. Thanks for the recommendation, Kat. It's actually in our digital pile for this week, so you'll be hearing our review of that probably tomorrow. And that's it for the comments, guys. Ooh, don't hit the helmet. So look forward to those 3 Halo helmets, the Peter Venkman figure, all the figures from the Monster Haul to come out in the coming weeks. Like I said, I'm going to spread it out this way. I have time to go out and buy more stuff, so I'll have other stuff to review. Look forward to some stuff involving Pokemon, mostly the cards right now from Mike and I coming in the coming weeks. Also, Trash Pack every week, as always. Any surprises? Let's think. Do we have any surprises? No surprises this, not yet anyway. We have a couple of blind boxes that you're going to enjoy that we open next week, so that'll be fun for you guys to watch. It was hilarious doing it. Also, there was a card opening that you're going to find hilarious that I did. But we'll get into that. You'll see that next week and you'll laugh about it then. Next week the live show's on. Media Madness is going to move. We'll talk about that on the live show. Just for next week, it's moving its date. We didn't do Media Madness this week because either people were busy or just schedule conflicting. And I think it's a good idea, actually, when we have that 1 week off for the live show. We're going to have a 1 week off for Media Madness so we could just relax for an entire week. So it's kind of good that it happened this way, this way. It gave us a break from doing some live shows, and we actually had a couple of meetings and talked over a couple of things that we're planning. So you got a lot of good things to come. Look forward to that's coming. Anyway, guys, don't forget to check out Comic Related and ComicFrontline.com. Together we are your #1 source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoy what you see here, I do the weekly haul, I do an indie review, and I do a comic review. And then everything else I post on Comic Frontline. So my channel and Comic Frontline go hand in hand. Feel free to comment below. Your comments will be heard next week on the weekly comic book haul. And yeah, so that's it, guys. So keep reading, keep collecting, and I will see you guys in the next review. Take care, everybody.